1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning and welcome to the Coronavirus Crisis Radio. It is your lockdown lookout and it is Saturday, the 4th of April, the weekend edition. So whether you are inside, outdoors this weekend, you should be inside by the way, but if you are inside or outdoors this weekend, then we really hope that you've already gotten off to a cracking start. Let's look at what you can be doing this weekend. Do you have a garden? If so, then perhaps you want to take some advice from our resident gardener, Gerard. He was inside in his garden earlier and he has some amazing advice on what you can do with your trees.
Because if you get two branches touching each other over here, they damage each other and the damage can cause infection. So trees don't get coronavirus, but if they can get other diseases. So for example, see where these two branches are touching each other. That sounds very good. But I've had to cut this one off. So I've cut this one off because there's just too many at the moment.
So do you have a tree? Do you have a garden? If you have a tree, then good. There's so much you can do. You can build a tree house. You can hunt squirrels. I mean, we don't know how long there could be food shortages going on for a very long time. So if so, then perhaps we all need to start eating squirrels. Are there squirrels in your country? In the UK, there's many squirrels. I haven't seen many in Austria. In Russia, I don't know. In Russia, maybe they need to get bears. What kind of animals are there that you can eat in your country? If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, then good luck to you as well. It's a really healthy diet. However, what are you going to do when the crisis gets even worse with food shortages? We can really hope it won't get to that, and then we can still go to supermarkets. You know, in fact, I was actually at the supermarket the other day, and I was able to see my daily dose of vitamin D, as you can see here. I decided I was going to take the opportunity earlier this week to rediscover my inner child, and this is something great for you. That you guys can also do if you don't have a garden, because then you could go back to those places like the park and the playground and the places that really resonated with you when you were a kid, which is exactly what I did. I went down to like some of the old parks over there. I even decided that I was going to get a packet of Monster Munch crisps, the kind of crisps that my mum would stick in my lunchbox every single day when I was a child, because in the UK we have crisps every single day. No wonder we have such an obesity problem. It's getting better now. Well, it was getting better, but now people have to hashtag stay the fuck indoors and they aren't going to get much exercise. And as you can see here, I had the entire packet over there. Yeah, it was really nice. I used to have a packet of these a day when I was a kid. Pickled onion flavour, so they smell very pungently. The kids at school used to call me De Pong instead of De Jong. Probably because I smelled so badly from the taste of the pickled onion crisps. This is also a good tactic that you can use as well. If you want people to keep their physical distance from you 2 meters, make sure that you eat pickled onion Monster Munch crisps, so then people will not want to go near you because of the smell. What if you don't have a garden? You can still go out to some green areas. You can still go out to parks. You can't go inside of the parks, as you can see from the sign over here, but you can still go outside. Something else you could do is that you could also go into other people's gardens, or at least their front lawns, and why not cut the hedges for them? Why not help them out with their flowers? Why not do their gardening, especially if they can't do it themselves? And if they can't start and they get angry at you, make sure that you have, they need to keep their physical distance anyway, but make sure that you have your Monster Munch crisps, and then therefore they won't be coming close to you. So yeah, do someone else's gardening, do a good deed, give back to the world, because we live by giving, hashtag living by giving. So let's be grateful. One thing that I am grateful for that I'm going to round the show off is this book over here, The New Spirit of Capitalism by Luc Boltanski and Yves Chiapello. As you can see, it is pretty long, really long book. It takes 100 pages, a 600-page text. But why is it so important? Boltanski and Chiapello, they were looking at the transformation of capitalism after the May 1968 protests in France, and how capitalism had to reorganize itself in order to provide people with compelling justifications and arguments to still take part in the workforce. Why is this so important now? Well, because it's similar to what we're going through on a global scale, not just in France. Basically, we are seeing a huge transformation of the way that we are working, a huge transformation of how we're living, and we're going to have to provide ourselves with different justifications, and also companies, organizations will also need to provide that for us. The spirit of capitalism comes from a term first said by Max Weber, the German sociologist. He spoke about the Protestant ethic and the spirit of capitalism, how an internal spirit of capitalism came about from the Protestant religions, specifically Calvinism, when that provided people with a justification for why they're accumulating so much money, because they felt it was God's gift to them. They felt it was a sign from God that would show them that they are destined or predestined for heaven. Now, the new spirit of capitalism, this refers to the fact that capitalism needs to provide us with a set of arguments and justifications for why we would take part in the workforce, why we would do that, and then we internalize it, we take it as a spirit. This is so important in this time because it's what we internalize, it is the spirit that we have inside of us that is really what will keep us going and keep us flowing. So in times like this, what is the spirit that we feel? Because it could be, and it very much could be, especially if you're looking at the media and different parts of the news, there is a spirit of fear that you have inside of you. And this spirit of fear can really put us into a state of lack and hold us back. We don't want to be put in lack and hold us back. So just to become aware of this, particularly in these times. Well, I have seen so many positive examples of so many people at work, working remotely in this new hashtag remote economy. So I would say if you don't have the time to read the whole 600-page book from Botanica and Chapella, I will be posting the link to an article, only 20 pages, and this is so insightful. So get your hashtag insightful insights and inspiration there. That is all from the Daily Corona Crisis. Yeah, it is now Corona Crisis Radio. All today from the Daily Corona Crisis Radio. We hope that you have had your daily dose of vitamin D. Have a fantastic weekend, whether you are outside or inside, whether you're gardening or reading or doing something else. So take care and keep spreading that positivity.